My name is Tobias, and as you guys can probably tell, I'm usually the life of the party. Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
I can feel it.
Thank you. What happened in this front row? Did somebody beam down a Klingon and he took them all out? Or was everybody just afraid of it? I'm a spontaneous person, and I love to do spontaneous things. Just last week, I fell down a flight of stairs and nailed it. Are you guys having a good time tonight? Yeah. Wonderful. Please don't forget to take care of your waitresses. Because of them getting you guys drunk, you might actually think I'm actually funny. And who here voted for Hope and Change? Wow, how do you get elected? Nobody's even raising their hand. But okay. But seems like the women that I date have taken that to a whole new level because they just seem to hope that I'll change my way. And applauded you guys like your music. You know what? Because you guys were applauding, and for a special treat just for you for tonight, I'm not going to do any singing. You're welcome. And, I love adventure. Every year on my birthday, I always like to do something crazy. 2 years ago, it was skydiving. Last year, it was scuba diving. But this year, I'm going to do something that's just really crazy. I'm going to ask a kind of special lady to move in with me. Miss, you look kind of special. Would you? Like to move in? Cool. I enjoyed the diving sports so much that I actually decided to get licensed in them. So now I'm a licensed skydiver, a licensed scuba diver, and I'm working on my license for muff diving. But I don't have enough colors yet. Yes, you look kind of special. Would you? The other day I was hanging out with my friend Mike, and I noticed he's been putting on some weight. And I just had to be straightforward with him, be honest, and tell him. So I'm had to lay it down to him gently. I'm like, dude, you're a fat ass. When I look at you, I feel like I'm looking at one of those things, what do you call it, a mirror. You don't look as bad as me. And I lost my spot. Okay, I guess I got to bring out my little cheat code here, because, oh man. Oh yeah. When people ask me how old I am, I always tell them I'm 20 years older than I actually am, because I want them to say to me, wow, you look good for your age. My feminine side needs the confidence boost. Do I look fat in these jeans? Or is it just my fat that makes me look fat? And, I consider myself to be a manly man. But you know what I really want to do? I want to learn how to fuck. Like a lesbian. And the other day, I was thinking to myself, when you're standing in front of a urinal, what 2 words do you never want to hear? Can I help you? And I was just dude, step over 3 urinals, get away from me. My cousin just recently told me that he wants to meet a woman that is submissive, loves it rough, and never nags. I'm like, dude, the only kind of woman like that you're going to find, well, she comes with an air pump. She costs $69.95. Don't ask me how I know that. Do you guys remember when you were young? I remember when I was a kid, and my friend would come over. He'd be like, dude, you got any juice? And I'm like, yeah, it's in the fridge, help yourself. And of course, that's what my mother would always say to me, is that any way to treat your guest? So now when I go to Burger King, and I hear them say, can I help the next guest? And then they want to charge me $8.95? I'm like, you're going to charge me $8.95? Is that any way to treat your guest? Maybe you should meet my mother. Because calling me your guest and then wanting to charge me for it, well, that's like throwing a party and inviting your friends. Hey, I'm having a party. Dude, can I come? Sure, but make sure you bring cash. Now, would that ever happen?
Yeah.
Well, maybe at a college kegger. And you know who the worst offender of this whole entire guest policy is? It's Disneyland. Come on down and be our guest, and we'll only charge you $75. Wow, I get to pay them $75 for the honor of being called their guest? I guess that's why Disney has a place for people like me. It's called Fantasyland. And you know, while we're still in Fantasyland, I guess this is a good time for me to talk about me getting married. Because, I mean, let's be honest here. What woman's going to marry me? Look at me. But, hey, we're in Fantasyland, so it's my fantasy. And guess what? I'm getting married. So, I decided I'm going to make it a whole entire Disney-themed wedding. I'm going to send out my Mickey Mouse invitations. On it's going to say, for you and one guest. Make sure she brings $75. I do accept Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal. You know, I know this girl. She is great in the bedroom. Just the other day, she put up a ceiling fan. That's how great she was. Now, before I leave you guys this evening, I just want to leave you with one final thought. When you think of chlamydia, syphilis, and herpes, I want you guys to think of me. That's right, because just like a horrible sexual disease, as soon as you think I'm gone, I come back again and again. I'm a gift that just keeps on giving. Thanks for coming out this evening.